So you're saying younger men, they only want one thing?
In my experience, yes.
I could see that.
You've had experience with that, Renee?
Yeah, I'd say especially like
The frat boys?
you guys aren't from here, but in Isla Vista,
I'm
it's
from
definitely a
here.
big culture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple friends who go to UCSB. Yeah.
It's like, well, I was using dating apps a lot at the time, and so it's rare that you even will find a guy that like is willing to take you on a date. He's just like, do you want to meet at my place?
Come over. Yeah.
Seriously.
I do want to say one thing though, because I hear this fairly frequently from a lot of women. All men, they only want one thing. All men want is pussy. I have a quote from the late and great Patrice O'Neill. I think he said something along the lines of, "Pussy is not all I want, unless that's all you got."
Wild.
Poignant.
That's not my position. Yo, wheelchair Cathlete, thank you for the gift of 20 memberships. I think it goes something like, "Pussy's not the only thing I want unless..." Well, okay, whatever.
I would like to think I have a lot to offer.
We can't. Okay. No, it's just we didn't see you when you said that. So.
Oh, okay.
You have a lot to offer.
I would like to think so.
What?
I mean, I have like a career going for myself, and I'm.
Do you think men care about that?
I think that men want a woman that's driven.
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm not saying that you don't bring other things besides that, but I think one thing that sometimes women will do is they'll think about what they desire in a partner and make the false assumption that men desire those same exact traits that they find attractive in men. Okay. And so when it comes to your ambition, your success, your money, your career achievement, your educational achievement, I'm not saying that that's bad. If you want to pursue that, fantastic. But in terms of making yourself more appealing, it doesn't make you more attractive to men in the same way that a man who's, for example, has some sort of status or money or reputation when it comes to his
career. That's
career.
universal.
I wasn't saying
It's
that I think it makes me more
pretty-
attractive. I was just saying I have more to offer than just my body.
I think that everybody has something to offer. It's just in the other person to see the value.
And
Well,
it's
okay,
not
that's-
only,
There are
not-
broke
not
boys out
only
there.
my-
There are broke boys out there who want a mother to provide.
Well, the first thing you went to was, well, I think you said what, you're ambitious, your career or something?
Right, and then also I'm.
I mean, I hate to break it to you, men don't give a fuck,
Well-
generally speaking.
Okay. But also, I feel like there are other things, like
Sure.
in a traditional relationship, that the woman can bring to the table, like being nurturing, being a mother
Absolutely.
figure,
Yeah.
things like that, stroking your man's ego. I think that is also something that, in today's age, is kind of rare to find with the modern
Right.
woman.
And I'm
you
just
know?
pushing back against this because, I mean, there's a biological basis for this, but just this is sort of a lie that feminists teach is like, yeah, men are really preoccupied with your educational achievement, your degrees, your money, your career achievement. Men, it's good. Look, if you have that stuff, it's good. But in terms of dating, it's not an attraction trigger.
So you would want to be with a woman who's like a high school dropout?
Why would that be a deal breaker?
Well,
I don't know.
Or
Like,
let's
Because-
just say somebody
Finish
that doesn't
high
have
school,
any
girl.
goals.
Why would that be? But I
Okay.
mean, honestly, why would that be? If she met the
wouldn't.
criteria,
because you don't care about the brains of your females. You guys just
If-
want subservient
if-
little.
that
I mean,
just proves his
No.
point that men don't care.
what I don't understand is her being a high school dropout mean that she's instantly going to not have a brain because
Okay,
you're going to
no.
college and you're dumb as fuck.
Oh, roasted.
So I don't know why you would
God damn it.
bring that
I
up.
don't think
So I'm just asking,
She-
like
Renee's
honestly,
not
how would
dumb.
that
I don't
be a
think she's dumb.
I
disqualifier?
don't think she's dumb.
she's not dumb.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I don't think Renee's
I think
dumb.
though that as
Yeah,
a
you're not
mother
dumb.
Sorry.
to a child, it's important to be educated so that you can.
I'll actually engage you on this question though. So for example, I'm 34. I'll date, and I'm fairly successful. I will date a girl who works at Chick-fil-A. Don't give a fuck. She could. Most women graduate high school, so I mean, I'll just say she's a college dropout. Don't care. I'll date a girl who works at Chick-fil-A.
Aren't you bothered by her lack of like work ethic to continue trying
Work
in
ethic.
college?
I mean, that's
Huh?
just proving his
Chick-fil-A
point that men
people
don't
probably
mind
sleep.
whether
No,
you
he's
have a
probably
career
happy
or
that she works at
anything.
Chick-fil-A so she can bring him
Well,
home
I
like
think
free
that
food
also-
and everything, you know?
I think that also goes into the type of man that I'm wanting. You know, a high value man. I think
You
they-
think a high value? Here's what's funny. You want a high value man? So do you want a guy who's got status or wealth?
not necessarily wealth, but just has something going for himself.
Well, okay. My argument here would be, the more successful a guy becomes, the more status he gets, the more money he gets, the less he cares
Right,
about
but those-
your money.
Right, but those type of men want to be able to have an intellectual conversation.
No,
with a
not
woman.
really. But okay,
my
so hold on.
Well, it
Let me.
is-
the case.
no,
You don't like have a good girlfriend?
Well, here's the thing. I think that maybe don't speak for all men because there are exceptions to the rule on that. Like,
Sure. Of
For example,
course.
my husband, he needs intellectual discussion and conversation. He's a philosopher. Like, he has to have that. Like, and so one of the things he valued with me was
And-
he could have those type of discussions and conversations with me, and it wasn't only just a looks thing. Like, he
Yeah.
valued being able to have those discussions.
Right,
Sure,
and
man.
my-
Look,
My
there's
dad
guys-
is, my
romance
dad is
and real
literally the same way.
intimacy
He
and
said
real
he needs to have a
connection.
woman around
There's
who's
men out there
intellectual. He can't
who-
trust a woman who's dumb
I'm-
to
but-
raise his children.
Right, and also my man wants a woman that's going to get him out of bed in the morning and push him to keep doing things and succeeding.
That has nothing to do with your academic or career
Yeah, it does,
achievement.
'cause
No.
you have to get up out of bed in the morning to do stuff. Like you think the Chick-fil-A worker
That
who's going in
requires
at
a
4 is going to
college
be like, get up for
education?
your 6
I
a.m.
think
shift, sweetie. Here's your
more so
coffee. Like,
the
no,
academic
she's going to be
thing
laying
was
in
just an
bed.
example of what I was saying. I think
Well, no, you're
Why?
making some.
Somebody
Why would she
actually-
be laying in bed?
Actually,
I don't
Why?
know.
Andrew,
Okay,
I
maybe
would
I'm making
actually, I would
assumptions.
actually argue. I think you're looking down upon fast food workers.
Yeah.
These people work incredibly
Okay,
fucking hard.
okay.
They're on their
There's a
feet
lot of fast
for
food
8,
workers with
9, 10 hours a
families that
day.
they
They're
provide
showing up
for.
on time every single day.
No hate, but
and
I mean,
fucking working
I-
hard.
I'm assuming-
You think I actually
you
would
have the
rather? I
privilege
think
to
the
not
the
have to do
women
that.
who work at a fast food restaurant have learned more valuable life lessons than some pampered fucking college chick. For sure, who a lot of these college chicks, their daddy, whatever, their parents pay for everything. They've never even really worked a job. Yeah, I'll take the girl who's actually worked in a fast food environment over the girl who's never worked, who's gotten a college education.
I take that, and I respect fast
Checkmate.
food
What's
workers.
up?
No, but my point was, I was assuming like this is someone who's like your age and working at Chick-fil-A, and she's planning on working at Chick-fil-A for like the rest of her life.
Well, I
like
think
that's
what-
kind of crazy.
No,
to
I
me.
think
Why?
what a lot of
Because she
the no, a
doesn't
lot
want
of the
anything
men
else?
they
But
don't
what if she likes Chick-fil-A?
listen. They don't
She wants
care
to be
about
the
the woman's
manager
career as
and
much
own a
because they're
Chick-fil-A.
thinking more along the lines of they would prefer their wives to be wives and mothers of children. And I think a lot of men that actually have the ability to, they prefer for their women to be able to stay at home and raise children.
I mean,
Yeah,
you have to
well.
take into account though also his age. I mean, he's obviously way more experienced than I am, and so he's had that where, you know, they maybe weren't as driven, and so, you know, he's told me firsthand that this is something that he wants
For you to be driven,
for his partner to be.
but you're dating him, right? So are you saying he
Well,
sees
I mean,
that in
he's
you?
talking about, well, when we were first dating, we went over what we want in a partner, and
But okay, hold on. Now you have to look at men's motivation, and the reality is that,
I mean, he still tells me that to this day, though.
well, right? Okay, men. Look, if a guy, there are some men who I suppose genuinely will care about your career or whatever, educational achievement, whatever. You also have to understand, if you care about that, and the guy's like, I don't give a fuck about it, you're probably going to be like, I don't want to date this guy. So a lot of men are going to play the game. Like, let me be honest, ladies. Do men lie to get pussy?
All the time.
Yeah.
Would it be in a man's best interest to be like, Renee, I fucking love that you're going after your diploma. You're so smart, and I'm impressed. I think it's sexy. I think it's so sexy that you're going after this, and I want to support you. And I'm not doing a great job at this, but bro, they're gonna that's what guys do. And they're gonna gas you up, and they're gonna tell you shit like that. But deep down, I would argue most men prioritize. It's very low on the totem pole. Most men are going to prioritize other things in terms of what they find attractive in women.
Like
Yeah.
what?
Well, men want support. so
Looks.
someone
Especially
to they're
if
cook
they're
for
a
them.
high-value
That's, I'm gonna be so
Sandwiches.
Unlimited sandwiches and
looks,
beverages.
being submissive, bringing a man peace, not being quarrelsome,
Making his food.
That's
I will
that's-
say,
Basic
like,
stuff.
when
Very simple.
being
I-
a simp.
yeah.
I mean, at
Well,
the
that's
same
why I
time,
was
she's
saying I'm
19,
not-
so the
it's
men
not
that she's
just
Yeah, yeah.
interacted
Humans
with
that are
are
bringing to
very
the table.
different than
Wait,
the
what's
men.
that?
That was just an example.
Like, she's 19, so the men that she's interacted with and had, like, you know, relationships with or whatever is very different from
Yeah, it's
men
not
that
like
you
they
may
Hold on.
provide
interact with
already.
Hold
like,
on.
If I
But
have
the
a job,
men
that's
her
a
age
benefit.
care even less about it.
No,
Yeah.
that's cap. That's cap because some of them are
Bro,
no, they're gonna
you
grow
think-
up poor.
You think
they're not grow
hold
up
on,
poor.
bro.
They're
You-
not gonna be able
you
to get
think,
a good job.
You think frat boys or fucking party fuck boys in Isla Vista give a fuck about what you're doing with your? You think they care if you're a bio major
No,
versus a comm major?
no.
They don't give a fuck.
Well,
I'm
it
sorry.
might be that some of the guys that are not high earners do
Yeah,
see a
That's what
value
I'm saying.
I was just
Yeah.
going to ask
In a
how many of them
woman.
can
but are
afford
maybe
you
they can, like,
attracted?
financially
Are you
use her or
attracted to those
something.
men? Is the question.
to non-high earners.
Well, yeah.
Unfortunately,
if a guy's
in
a
the past.
Maybe he's cute.
But like you're 19, right? You're in college. Your earning potential is so delayed that it's even irrelevant now. What these
they
19
still think about it. We definitely still talk
really
about
the 20-year-old guys are
Oh,
like
yeah.
5 years down the road she's going to be providing for me. Like really? Like most of these dudes are temporary. Let's be
it.
honest.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
Most of
I
these
will-
college relationships are fucking.
I
couple
will say
months.
that, you know, my husband frequently talks to me being like, when are you going to be done with your bachelor's? When are you going to be done with your bachelor's? I'm so tired of watching you get stressed. I just want you to stay home all day and do what you love, cook, hang out, you know, hang out with the cat. Like he genuinely, and he was so much more excited when I got my job at the grocery store than he was when I brought home my 4 point whatever GPA for the whateverth time this last semester. And honestly, like, if you really want to just be able to hook a guy, like, be good at making food. I promise you, my husband's an EMT when he's working his
But
doubles
he's only
and everything.
20.
I was
He
Yeah.
can't be interested in that.
Oh no, I make a mean pasta.
I was good at
loves it.
cooking and I still got cheated on.
Also
so.
on the whole like high value thing. So the more money a guy makes, the less he's going to care about your money. Because Millie, you made a good point. Well, you know, there is an economic reality here that for most households, it's gonna have to be a two income household
Yeah.
to support a family. That's just the economic reality of today. So, you know, the average man, it might be more part of the calculus, but the reality is, like, that average man, when it comes to the optimum in terms of what he finds attractive in women, there might be economic realities, but in terms of strictly dating and what men find attractive, like, it's really not like if he has to pick between like the girl who's got a better personality and more physically attractive, but she's not. Here's two scenarios. She's 30 years old. She's an attorney. She's a bit disagreeable because she's an attorney, but she makes really good money. Versus dating a 22-year-old who works at Chick-fil-A and she's 1, 2, 3 points more attractive than the attorney chick. Most guys, even if he's not a high earner, want that Chick-fil-A chick. For
I
shizzle.
mean, why can't you have both though?
What
Because
you mean,
would
like?
raise the kids.
Huh?
What do you mean?
If you
both?
if you're as
Like-
ambitious to go after a career, and if you're saying like he's high value,
Well, I mean,
who would raise your kids?
Yeah.
I would, but I mean, we want kids further down the line. I
Yeah.
don't plan on having children until I'm at least 35.
So then, you would have
35.
you would have a geriatric pregnancy, and that would not be like the best situation.
I could freeze my eggs.
No need to hate. My mom had me at 42.
I mean,
But
I
that's
would rather have it-
suboptimal,
Your mom's
right?
a legend.
I would
Yeah.
rather.
I was a
be-
C-section.
I would
My
rather
mom
be in a
had me
position
And all you
where
do
I
is
have
walk around
my
talking about how you want to
own
unalive yourself. So.
Yeah, all that work. God, how dare I?
I would rather be in a position where I could comfortably provide for my child and not have to rely on my man to carry the weight. You know, I mean,
But what if he would want to?
Yeah.
What if he leaves?
right, exactly.
What if he cheats on you? If he leaves and you guys are married, she would be in a position where she would actually be supported through alimony and through child support.
Yeah, sometimes they don't pay
Yeah,
child
that
support.
doesn't always work out.
Yeah, I think
Well,
that
courts are
I think
pretty-
that there's a valid thing here. Like, I think a lot of the reason why you see so many women adamant about having careers is the fear that what if the man leaves? They don't want to be on
After they
welfare.
divorce
They
him?
don't want to. No.
Who initiate most of divorces, though?
Okay, but I'm saying a lot
What
of
if he
women
cheats on you?
think about
They
what if
initiate
they
divorces
cheat?
because the
What
men
if
treat
they
them
leave?
worse.
What if
No.
they're abusive? What
That's
if
not what they're
you know,
reporting.
Those aren't the figures that represent the majority of divorces. Most women aren't divorcing
Irreconcilable
their
differences.
Yeah, it's because
Not because of cheating.
Where the
a lot
figures-
of women.
Where are the figures?
You can
Let me
find
see
them on
them.
Pew Research.
I
In
just
fact,
think
Ryan
it's-
can pull them up.
Thanks.
I just think it's smart to have a backup plan.